So I was going to one of the coffee shops that I like going to today, and I'll just say, like many coffee shops, they lean more towards, I'm not political by any means, I think it's all a game, but they lean more towards one side, I guess we'll just put it that way, and it's very apparent. But they had a little sign up, well, they've always had this little sign up of like Darth Vader saying only the weird embrace the darkness. And I just thought to myself, like, if this was me 10 years ago, I would have been like, yeah, so true, I love that, because I was all about that life then. And it got me thinking, we talk about a lot of nefarious like spirits out there, and there's so many. Obviously, you know, like the spirit of pride, the Antichrist spirit, is for sure the main one, along with lust, that has a hold of humanity as a whole. But I realized we don't really talk a whole lot about the core of it. And it's interesting because I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if the core is more so pride or rebellion. Which came first? And I guess pride would come before rebellion, because rebellion is more of an action. So pride is the catalyst for that. But it's just really interesting to think about how sneaky rebellion actually is, because it still even messes with actual firm believers too. Like, I'll have moments where I'm having my chats with the Lord and I'm just like, Father, you know, like, you know, that was justified, right? Like, just, you know, trying to make an excuse for something, or trying to explain to the Lord like why something was justified. But then obviously at the same time, I'm like, Amanda, like, this is stupid. Stop. Like, obviously the Lord knows, like, he knows best. You're Heavenly Father. You're trying to talk your Heavenly Father out of something while simultaneously knowing that, like, what are you doing? And so it's like catching yourself in those moments, and then just repenting, being like, I'm sorry, I'm out of line right now, and I'm trying to make excuses, and I just, please rid me of this. But it's really interesting, because that sign just made me think of just pure rebellion. You know, it's like, it's in the flesh. It's literally, I guess Satan's pride was his downfall, and humanity's curiosity led to their downfall. But then it's all one and the same. Their flesh became corrupted, and their flesh became rebellious towards the Lord. So no matter what, the body that we are in is always going to rebel against the Spirit. And that's why we're called to crucify our flesh daily. But yeah, I don't know. Seeing that sign just reminded me, like, man, it really does break my heart, because, again, I used to be that way too. I used to be like, yeah, you know, being weird, being the outcast, that's being rebellious, you know, like, that's true freedom. But you don't even realize you're literally just falling into, like, it's almost like a child when someone says to a child, like, I bet you can't do this, and they're like, oh, I can do it 10 times faster than you can. Like, obviously that parent or person is like, I'm doing this so they do it. Like I bet you can't, you know, put your shoes on faster than me, because they're trying to get out the door. So they know it's like reverse psychology. The child's gonna obviously want to race them and be like, yeah, I can do it. It's the same exact thing with the enemy. The enemy is doing the same thing to people, and it's like, once you see it, you see it. But seeing other people just falling right into it, it's sad. And a lot of it is the fact that, you know, I've talked about this before too, a lot of it is the fact that they've gone through trauma in their life, and they haven't forgiven people They haven't forgiven their abusers, so they just harbor these grudges, all this unforgiveness, and that festering inside of them produces more rebellion, a more rebellious nature. It just is what it is. It's what it produces. But yeah, I thought it was really interesting and just crazy to see life on both sides, you know? But anyway, love you guys.